Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we back at it, man, with another Forza Motorsport video. I hope you guys have been enjoying the track day videos. As always, man, trying to bring you guys as much content as possible. We've been taking a couple of days off to build the Dream Garage, which we're gonna have a video up on the other channel, link to my main channel down in the description, man, so make sure you guys check that out. But for today's video, as you guys could probably already guess, man, we are taking another request, as we usually do on the channel, man. And today's request is coming from one person in particular, man. Jovish Bridglau wants to see an Uber car build done on the channel, man. Now, I think this is a dope idea. Now, one of the reasons that I did pick this this particular build is this is going to kind of give me the opportunity to go out on a limb here, select a car that we normally wouldn't see on the channel. Now, I do have a couple of ideas in my head as to where I want to go with this build. Now, what I'm looking for here is sedans. I'm going to see, now we have factory sport luxury, a lot of very nice cars that could be used for an Uber in this division here, but I'm looking for a sedan in particular. Sport touring, quite a few cars here. Still looking for something a little bit newer. As you guys know, Uber only lets you use cars, I think, 5 years or newer. So I guess what I'll do is just skim through a few of the manufacturers and see if I could find something that I like. Now, I'm looking for a big, luxurious four-door. Now, obviously, a Cadillac would make a great Uber car, but I'm thinking something a little bit more unique than that. And I know Chrysler's got this SRT8, which might have to do the trick. Now, I'm looking through a few Fords, big four-door sedans. Obviously, Mercedes has quite a few, but I'm thinking we're going to have to go all the way back to Chrysler here. I really didn't see anything that I like more than this 300 here. I think it's got a lot of potential to be very fast, look very unique. So let's go ahead and buy this bad boy up. We're going to select one of the manufacturer colors here. Probably not going to be the final color that we stick with on the car, but just for the time being, you guys know how we do it. Let's go ahead and buy this up with the stock parts and get started with this build. Now, obviously, first and foremost, we're going to start out in the upgrade shop. We're going to jump over here to conversions, check out some of our engine options here, and obviously the stock, I want to say 5.7 liter Hemi, very powerful. As you can see, about 445 horsepower stock we're looking at here. 6.2 liter supercharged V8 here, or the 5.9 liter V8 Racing. Now, I'm almost thinking we should just go ahead and leave this stock engine in here. I have a feeling this thing is going to be more than capable of propelling this car to where we need it to go. Now, we're going to stick with a rear-wheel drive with this one. I wouldn't mind boosting this thing, though. Now, obviously, the turbocharger here offering quite a bit more low end, as you can see, than the stock motor. And then the supercharger, nice linear power curve. Now, I'm thinking we're probably going to go with the single turbo on this one, so let's go ahead and install that. Now, as far as the aero goes, we can go to a stock 300 bumper, which is interesting, make it look a little bit more sleeperish. I think we might go ahead and do that. Looks like a Forza rear wing. We're going to go ahead and pass on that. Rear bumper, stock Chrysler 300 rear bumper. Wish we can get rid of that SRT8 logo. That would really make this thing look sleeperish. And the side skirts, obviously, I don't know, man. I think we're going to go ahead and put this thing complete sleeperish back to a stock Chrysler 300. We're going to take care of that right now. Now, obviously, the wheel and tire option. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw on a sport tire compound on this thing. Now, for some reason, I found the sport tire in the earlier stages of the races actually grips quite a bit more than the racing tire. You really got to get the racing tire heated up in order for it to work properly, I found anyway, so that's why I'm going to go with the sport tire. Now, rim style. These wheels, I'm not going to lie, look very nice in this car. I'm going to look for something similar, but just a little bit different. I'll let you guys know when I find something that I feel suits this car. Now, obviously, Forza killing it with the different wheel options, but I'm going to go with these 546Rs. The particular color that they started out with I feel is not necessarily that great, But I think that once we get these things painted up, it's really going to be add a nice little touch to this executive style Uber that we have going on here. And next up, obviously, the drivetrain. Now, what I want to do is throw in a race differential. Obviously, we want to get a little bit sideways, maybe scare the passengers, maybe get an extra tip depending on who we're driving around here. Obviously, you guys know me, I'm a big fan of brakes. We're going to go ahead and install those, as well as some nice suspension, which it looks like we already own in the homologized parts. A little bit of weight reduction for this big old 300 here. Race intake, we're going to go ahead and install exhaust as well. I feel like these cars really sound nice when they're opened up. We're going to do just a few little extra things. Jump in here with the race fuel system as well as the race ignition. Thinking we're probably going to do some race valves in here as well. Really open this thing up. Displacement wise, I'm feeling like we're looking pretty good, but I do want to boost the turbo output just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a race turbo on this thing. And I'm thinking that's going to be just about it for this build, man. So let's go ahead and save this to the current car. Next up, we're going to jump into the tuning section here. I'm thinking I just want to lower this thing. These 300s look absolutely amazing when they're lowered, man, and I want this car to be no exception. Because we do want to get sideways and earn those tips, we're going to go ahead, toy with the differential just a little bit here. And now, last but not least, we're going to customize this with a little bit of paint here. Now, as far as the color goes, I do like this kind of gunmetal gray that we got going on here, but we're just going to skim through a few more different options, see if we can find something that looks just a little bit better on this thing. Obviously, white, one of my favorite colors for almost any car. Really like the gray here. I don't know though, the black, I mean, the black is just too crisp on this car. Really, as far as colors go, there's nothing here that really, I feel, suits this car that much. I don't know, man. These cars, unless you're really going all out, I feel like they should be a neutral shade, I guess we could call it. So let's see here as far as the paint goes. We got a little bit of white happening here. Like, I'm kind of looking for a creamish off-white, but I don't like that much. Black or white is the question. I'm thinking the black looks really nice here. Maybe if we can paint up the wheels a different color, all blacked out, very executive. The white doesn't look entirely terrible. We got a couple different, let's see what the polished, aluminum polished, brushed aluminum. I don't mind the steel. I kind of like the steel wheels on here, man. Semi-gloss, let's black out these windows. And I'm thinking this thing is looking ready to pick up some customers here, man. So now that we got all of that out of the way, I guess the only thing left to do is hit the track and see what this thing is all about. So let's go ahead, hit the free play area here. We're going to find a track here. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's try something a little bit different, man. Hit this up and see what this car can do. Now keep in mind, this is a Uber build, so not necessarily built to win races, more so to have fun with a couple of customers. Now right out of the gate, I can already tell this thing has a very nice V8 sound to it. Looks absolutely amazing, even with that stock 300 bumper on there. Very quick to hit redline. Already getting a little bit sideways. For a big car, it's not entirely terrible, I gotta say, man. Like, normally with big cars like this, the weight just pushes them to the outside of the track going around corners. Very difficult to handle. This one actually easy to manage. Not entirely incredibly fast, but sounds very nice. Getting a little wide there, nice and sideways. Love the way this thing sounds. Oh, don't hit that wall. Oh, we hit it. Only messed up the right side though, so we might be able to get a half decent screenshot still with that front bumper here, but Man, this thing could seriously benefit from an all-wheel drive. Now, I'm not 100% sure with these Chrysler 300s if they come all-wheel drive with the Hemi V8. Now, I'm pretty sure you can get them all-wheel drive with a V6, but not entirely sure if that's with the V8. If they did come all-wheel drive with the V8, that would pretty much change the game. Now, you guys do know that the Hellcat and the Demon power plant coming out in the Challenger. I believe they do have a Charger Hellcat model. None on the horizon for the Chrysler 300. Now, I feel like if somebody were to take that Demon power plant or powertrain, slap that into Chrysler 300, you definitely have a sleeper, especially with that stock front bumper and rear bumper. Definitely something that I feel would be an absolute monster on the streets. You have a mix of luxury, extreme fastness. You know, this is a testament right here. This has obviously a turbo. The Demon, pretty sure supercharged, so you throw that on here and we're talking some serious business, man. Now, the Drift Uber definitely getting sideways, no question about that. Sounds like it is making an absolute ruckus, just banging off of that red line. Coming around that corner just a little bit hot. Throw her into reverse. And I meant to do that, man. To be honest, this is not the type of car that I see myself winning a ton of races in. More so just having fun, getting out on those online lobbies. Now, I know a lot of you guys were asking to play with me online. It's been a busy summer for me. My Xbox Live has expired quite a few months ago, but since winter time's rolling around here in Canada, I'm going to be spending a lot more time inside the house playing video games, man. I'm definitely going to be upgrading that live in the near future, man. So definitely add me up at Don Squally. Now, I've also been getting a ton of messages in my inbox on my Xbox One, and there's no way that I can reply to all of them, man. So if you guys have been sending me messages and I've not been replying, I do apologize, man. When I first started this channel, it was easy to keep up with all of my messages, but now it's an absolute, it's an overwhelming feeling when you look at all the messages that I have now, and you know, it's difficult, man, because I do want to get to all you guys, but unfortunately, the easiest way to do that would be through the comments section with a request, man. So make sure you guys let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments section for that request / shout out. But I'm thinking we are probably going to put an end to this one. So as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. And I'm thinking that's about it, man. So with that being said, we gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Oh no! Oh, for fuck's sake, every fucking time. Showdown, bitch. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Should have had a V8, yeah? Recovery of a lifetime! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the race or anything.